Change is inevitable. Think about it. You went from primary school, secondary, or some of you that went to university, or you are in your or did not go to university. Either ways, you went from one level to another to another to another. Even if you may not have wanted to, but life changed. So that is the same light in which we should live our lives. Like change is something that is inevitable. So if something is inevitable, why are we trying to avoid the inevitable? That's very stupid, right? So instead of running away from change, we should embrace change, but change in the right way so that we can see the right things in our lives. For example, if you don't plant anything in a farmyard, you're going to start seeing weeds. But once upon a time, those weeds weren't there. You see, that's change. And the reason why negative results came out was because, there were nothing put in place so that right results could come out from that farmyard. And that's the same thing with life. When you don't sow anything into your life right now, knowing that change is inevitable and the things that you do today are going to determine the life you're going to live tomorrow, well, you're going to wake up into a life tomorrow that you, number one, did not plan because change is inevitable, and number two, you don't like stressing on the path you don't like. And it doesn't matter about like what people may think about what you're doing right now. Is the life you want to live? What is the life you want to live? Like, what is the life that if you just died, like on that moment you have that life, like you have accomplished some certain things, like you'll be like God, like if I die right now, like that actually be a mad way to end this movie. you know what is that one thing that you would like to be remembered for? Focus on that thing, work hard on that thing, believe that you're going to do it. If you see like my other videos, I spoke about keep saying it, keep saying it, don't stop talking it. It's the best way to make progress. Because if you keep saying this, saying something over and over again, you're going to build something called faith. And when you have faith, action is inevitable. And if action is inevitable, change is inevitable. And it's the right kind of change where you get the life that you want and something that you actually plan for. So this is your final sign, like telling you this is the end of this level. And I know it might be scary. Like some of you, if you're anything like me, one of the reasons why I didn't want to like actually like switch up was because of the friends I already had, the people that I was already with. I was already comfortable in like where I was. And being comfortable in life is just a sign of your downfall because those people are either going to change or also going to fall. And you don't want to be around people that are falling, like the miserable. That's like one of the worst things that could ever happen to your life. Being around miserable people, I am telling you, you will hate your life because like these guys, they are not seeing any future. They are just, and if you ever try to ascend, they always try to like bring you back down the bucket of the crabs, if you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, for people like me that like I've experienced, okay, you're actually afraid of how my life be like, how people treat me, will I have friends, will I have all those kind of stuff. Number one, my first advice is if the walk you want to take requires that you don't have any love in your life, take it. Why? Because at the end, you will be happy with yourself. And that's the most important thing in life. Happiness is the most important thing in life. If you're happy with yourself, it is way better than having a whole lot of money. I'm not against money, by the way, be rich. but like, it's way better than riches, wealth, fame, girls, bro. Being happy with yourself is like the best thing that could ever happen to a human being. Like, period. There's just no competition to like being happy with yourself. Like looking in the mirror and being like, wow, I actually like the guy that I'm seeing. You know, how do I know I'm talking from experience? Like all my life, I've been basically like performative. So, you know, I have like parents that like, they what's the word? I think you understand. And like for the first time in my life, I actually did what I actually wanted to do and actually made progress in everything that I said I was going to do. And I was actually happy. Like I was actually happy with myself for doing everything that I said I was going to do. And I did it. So at the end, happiness only comes when you are living to that inner reader inside yourself. So even though it may be scary, even though it may be like I don't know what's going to happen, or if I you don't know what's going to happen, I get it. Every other person that's taken this part before gets it as well. But at the end, is all going to be for your favor. It's all going to be for your favor, and life will be a lot better because at the end, when everybody now sees like the shouting results, because they're like the inner win results, where like okay, it's just you and yourself. They're like okay, you saw that and you're like wow, guy, I couldn't do that before, you know. But like then there are now those results that like everybody sees. At the moment, everybody sees those like shouting results. All those people that were saying rude things about you, bad things about you, treated you anyhow, they're all going to come back to you and beg for forgiveness. So with that being said, I believe that like you're going to take the necessary steps because this is your final sign for a change in your life. All right. So I also recommend this book, Rhapsody of Realities TiVo, as you are on your path to being who you know you're meant to be and who you're going to be by God's grace. Like always, be strong and very courageous. And like always, remember that the word works. Ciao.